These are fight scenes.
Return to the match. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit me get.
They're cool to watch and get hyped up about, but what if I told you that if you focus your art studies to that of fight scenes, whether it be in movies or anime, it can actually improve your art to an almost unrecognizable level? My name is Xander, and I've been a comic book artist and writer for years, and I'm gonna show you why you, as an artist, should study fight scenes.
Can we go back? This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over.
Now, as an artist, let's talk about the obvious reasons why you should study this, and that is posing.
The ceiling can't hold us.
Looking at fight scenes and studying a crazy frame from it can help you develop a better understanding of not only how to draw characters in wacky and flowing poses, but it can also help improve your mental understanding for foreshortening. Tell me if this is familiar. You study and study and study, but you don't seem to be getting better. Why? Because you're not thinking in 3D. Remember y'all, when you draw a character, you're not focused on drawing itself. You're focused on what the character would look like in whatever situation you're putting them in. A lot of artists draw the same thing over and over and over again, and get so used to drawing it and end up losing the concept that what they're drawing is meant to represent a three-dimensional character. So when you study fight scenes from all over, like in anime or movies, seeing these characters in motion can help your mind grasp the idea that they're moving around in 3D space. And this naturally makes your understanding of foreshortening techniques be ingrained in your brain. That's a nice detail indeed. Movement and flow! This is another example of how analyzing a fight can present so many opportunities for study. If you look at how these characters move around during their fight scene, you can see how that movement affects their clothing, and how their differing poses in the fight can present nice study guides for anchor points in clothes and how they should be drawn. These action sequences are also excellent examples of composition. As the characters move around, the cinematographers and directors have to make sure that it's cohesive enough and flows correctly in order for the audience to not get confused during the scenes. So studying the positions of these characters throughout the scene can give you compositional tips for your own art. Smaller details to include in these that actually mean a lot in terms of improving your art is practicality. Like if you follow the movements for these fast fights, you can see their hair moving around. So when you study a fight scene, recognize the movement. Now, one of the hardest things that all artists struggle with is characters interacting with 3D space. But I'll tell you that looking at reference makes it way easier, and I'll tell you again, looking at fighting references will present amazing opportunities for study, so you can get better at characters interacting with other characters or their surroundings. Opportunities like two characters being pressed together, grabbing each other, or punching each other. So many opportunities to study these interactions. Getting familiar with these intense situations in your studies can help throw you in the deep end of the pool of character interaction and make simpler poses seem like light work after. So considering all that, I'd say it is definitely worth a study. And now for our final, very short chapter. Man, you'd be surprised how many fight scenes give us absolutely insane facial expressions. It's so easy to glimpse over them, because if you think to study a fight scene, you think of poses and character interactions. But fight scenes can also be excellent for character expressions because these characters are put into high intense situations. So their facial expressions are put to the absolute extreme and can give us gold reference material for things like fear, anger, exhaustion. Well, that's all the tips I have for you as to why you should study fight scenes. Go try it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll find more things that I couldn't fit in this video. Anyway, if this video showed you something you've never seen before, then please like the video. And if you want more of this kind of content, then don't be a stranger and subscribe.